Her snoring became louder than the ship's anchor. I knew my only option was to weaponize her own noise against her. My roommate kept snoring and refused to address it, so I recorded her and played it whenever she tried to rest. I work and live on a cruise ship where we typically dock every 2 to 4 days depending on the route. I share a cabin with a roommate and we have bunk beds. I'm on the top bunk. As a performer, I had the privilege of picking my roommate. What she failed to mention was that she snored, and not just a little, but incredibly loudly. I tried everything, earplugs, no luck. I even wore my big over-the-ear headphones, blasting music, and I could still hear her. Her snoring was so loud I could hear it over the ship docking, and our cabin was near the anchor, so that's saying something. Her snoring wasn't just loud, it was concerning. She'd often choke in her sleep. The first time I heard it, I nearly fell out of my top bunk, ready to rush down and check on her, genuinely thinking she was having a medical emergency. Naturally, I talked to her, hoping we could find a solution. But she basically shot me down, dismissing my concerns because in her words she was sleeping fine, so it wasn't a big deal. Changing roommates on a cruise ship is incredibly difficult unless something major happens, and apparently, snoring doesn't qualify even though I repeatedly voiced my severe lack of sleep. I did my best to live with it, but my patience finally snapped after an exceptionally long workday. I'd been up since 9 a.m., didn't officially finish until 11 p.m. and had to be back up at 6 a.m. Her snoring that night only allowed me a measly 2 hours of sleep. That's when I decided to record her. The very next day I walked into our cabin for a break and found her there, announcing she was about to take a nap. Okay, I thought. As soon as she lay down, I started playing her own snoring back to her. She immediately shot up, staring at me as if I'd lost my mind. I just stared back and she finally demanded I turn it off. I simply replied, well, this is you snoring and you said it's not a big deal, so why should I turn it off? She got absolutely furious, muttered a few choice words and stormed out of the room. The next 3 days, whenever she tried to rest, I made sure to play her own snoring back to her. Eventually, I was called in for a meeting with our manager because my roommate had predictably complained about me. I explained my side of the story, highlighting that my roommate conveniently forgot to mention her refusal to address her snoring, instead making it sound like I was just playing loud noises for no reason. My roommate was furious that the manager didn't fully take her side. In fact, the manager even told her she was being difficult by refusing to address her snoring and brushing off my legitimate need for sleep. In the end, we both got moved to new cabins with different roommates. Mission accomplished. On a cruise ship where escape from a snorer is impossible and rest is vital for your performance, what lengths would you go to reclaim your sleep?